how you finish. So you guys, the teams need to finish strong. But you know what? This is a different flight path from the flight paths that we've experienced yesterday in E-Wrangles. So most of the time we see that the flight paths favoring the south side of E-Wrangles. So we did see a couple of times, teams that chose to drop around the military base. I mean, FaZe Clan at some point, they dropped in here, and maybe even, Void Donkey. I think they've had a couple of drop clashes that happened around military base. And Team Secret, they do love to drop around Novo, but it's going to be a different thing right now because we got FaZe on a different spot here, probably close to the rim of the circle. So since that we do see now the initial zone, and it's over to the west side of Erangel here, we can see that Vikings as well as Team Secret now the focal teams that we have inside the zone.
Oh, well, what we see on screen, FaZe Clan passing by Sam9, Dewey. Oh, wrong turn for Dewey. Oh, he still get one knock. Okay, follow up, maybe. Did we get it? Did we get the rest of them? Okay, now we have them on screen. And look at FaZe Clan, Dewey actually got it. 2 players of Sam9 eliminated just like that.
They did have a vehicle, so they can probably go off someplace else and get themselves prepped up before they can get into any fights for stage 1 here. But yeah, that was an unfortunate start for Sam9. But all good, for the side of FaZe, since at the onset they were able to bag 2 points.
Yeah, can't complain about those 2 points, right? And because of those 2 points, now they officially move up to number 15, no longer at number 16. Instead, a DRS is the one pushed down. So, yeah, that is as of now. And of course, FaZe Clan, a Page 2 team. We did discuss about this. If there are more Page 2 teams who are able to perform, why not?
We got a heavy spray coming from Champions Esports right now. Ooh, okay. It's a great one. We did have the element of surprise, but unfortunately for Champions Esports, they do have great reflex as well. So that was a point for Abalja, but here comes Crypto now with an attack. A double barrel shotgun bagging the point. So I think they are winning the fight. Is Alter Ego Ares winning the fight? I think it's Champions though.
It looks like Champions. Alter Ego, they might only have 1 player left on the other side. Make that 2. Rosemary and Krypton, the final 2 players for Alter Ego. Alba and Daybot. It's on the ground. Rosemary gunned down. Now it's only 1 player left. Can he be the hero for Alter Ego as Champions Esports? They're marking him down. They know that they're inside the building. And Champions Esports will wipe out Alter Ego.
Well, there goes your pick, Sir Cloud. Okay, I'm not saying I'm happy. It's just that, Sir Cloud already bagged 4 points for himself. So I think it's time for me to bag my first point today. But anyway, getting back into the action here, ladies and gents, we can see Horror Esports staying in Yasnaya. You just know that Talon Esports also within proximity here, but we are not seeing any push happen just yet. And the Sky just, of course, monitoring the situation. From where he is staying, actually, that's a great vantage point. He can definitely see his enemies pushing through if ever they already decide to move forward.
Yeah, so with that kind of line of sight, then at least you'll be able to keep check onto the nearest opponents. I'm looking at the movement of FaZe Clan. Seems to be rather interesting, the fact that they went back into mid to the base. But that's fine. That was probably their plan all along. So they had to make a big turn into mid to the base. But the moment they want to cross the bridge, they will be unchallenged. So that's okay for them. Circle-wise, it is a 50-50 between the northern side and also main peninsula. So this will be a challenge for these teams to decide on where to go. But I would also expect that Gatka Mountain to be a focal point for these teams. Now, Sam9 and Vikings.
Micah on the screen right now using, okay, he does have a shotgun and an AKM. Okay, those are 2 lethal weapons right here. We got teens, of course, with a DPS as well. Here comes the attack. Oh, he lost to that fight. Micah effectively actually executing that plan that he had, jumping from the 2nd floor to the ground just to catch him off guard.
And at least M9, they score back 1 point. And they are now around the area of hospital, which is it's an okay position in the circle, but you don't want to be in a overly obvious position. But it's obvious to Viking now. I wonder if they want to try to crash in and take advantage or seek revenge for their fallen comrade. as they should have the information that they have more players or more numbers against them.
Well, if you do have the numbers, that would always be the advantage. But here comes the Savior again at the top of the Gatka Mountain. I'm pretty sure that there will be other teams that will challenge them for this very spot, since it's a focal point here in the zone. And as for the teams that will try to make their way coming from the east side, I feel like there will be a lot of cleanups that will definitely happen right at the rim of the circle. Probably Rozok. I think Rozok part is going to be a bloodfest right in there, just because of the amount of teams that are headed towards that specific direction. But as for Facebook, becoming from the military base, I think it's going to be a clear entry point for them. So I feel like, they're still going to be safe here. But as for like Horror Esports, Dallin, we also got Voindunki. I feel like at some point, even before we get to stage 3 perhaps, I think a fight is definitely going to ensue here.
Yeah. Especially around the Gatka Mountain, that could potentially happen too.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a valuable position. So I would expect like teams to go there. But teams are probably thinking of like, we might as well wait for stage 2, get a better idea of where the circle is. If it's the Gatka Mountain that we need to take, then these areas will need to be prepared to defend.
Well, for BTR as well as Sem9, perhaps, I think like if they're gonna go for the top of the mountain here, it's gonna be an uphill battle, literally. But D Savior, these guys haven't always been a tough competitor in any tournament, so I feel like today they have their eyes set on like at least being at the top 5. We need D Savior to show up in today's set of matches. They're playing it kind of chill, but yeah, the audience is kind of already hungry, from some action coming from this amazing Vietnamese team. And as for the other teams, we got RQ on screen right now. They are going to come from the north side of the circle because they have been staying around north of Jorgapul, but I feel like this time it's inevitable. They're going to come and have a conflict with Team Secret as well as even maybe Tribe Aramasi just because of their overall position.
Yeah, and based on this circle as well, the Gatka Mountain will be an interest for a lot of teams. I noticed that BTR is by the foot of the Gatka Mountain, and we are thinking about challenging the Xavier. So that's something that we will observe. So far, no fights erupted yet. For the other teams, some of them decide to still stay at the north, including Team Secret. But since stage 2 is this kind of circle, it's very, very likely they will pull to the main peninsula. So I'm sure Team Secret is aware of that. Now, back onto the Gatka Mountain.
Here we go. I mean, Voindunki, they had a pretty strong performance since yesterday, and they did finish off the playoffs at the top spot. So perhaps they would want to replicate that same thing, for the grand finals. And right now they're making a move up against D Savior here. And just like as what we've predicted, there will be teams that would try to snatch this spot from D Savior just because of the fact that it does provide great vantage point, and whoever is at the top, of course, it would be easier for them to assume a lot of points. And just like what is happening right now with Vexy, I mean, he just got knocked down on the ground. And that is, of course, coming from not the Savior, but Sleepy of Horror Esports.
Well, GenForce gets a member of Vikings at least. And inside of South Jogopul, the other members of Vikings are deciding on where to go. And they'll probably leave Jogopul now. It's not worth it for them to continue to stay there. And they're splitting up. One is going all the way to the left, and Superman is cutting across Hospital. Probably both teams or both players, they're just spreading out, gather information, where's the best spot to be
at stage 2. So I feel like they're still making their rotations. But anyway, for Bigatron, and these guys love to stay in the middle of the circle here, so they're not afraid to engage in any fights whatsoever. If we're going to be talking about their current position, they're close and also within proximity with D Savior. They are probably at the foot of the mountain here. They're also close with the boys of Selcom DG Alliance. So those are just the possibilities, of course, of like encounters we can witness in just a while.
And where will the circle go that will force their encounter? Gatka Mountain! Alright. We got BTR at the foot of the Gatka Mountain. Still D Xavier on top of it. No team really wants to challenge D Xavier yet, but they might be forced to with this sort of circle because not everybody can play on the lower ground. There's not enough space.
Absolutely right. But anyway, Voindonki already at the deficit here. I mean, we all saw what happened with Vexi just moments ago. They tried to go up against the Savior, and since they realized that, hey, this is not going to work out for us, they stepped back, but unfortunately they lost Vexi. But here comes the attack now. Razak defending himself, and he was able to shut down 1T in an instant. So that is a job well done for Razak. Even though Voindonki is already at a disadvantage here, they're not afraid to get into any fights here inside a battlefield.
Oh, that's only one. And now it's only Superman left. The final player for Vikings. What a difficult spot. I guess he's just trying to, I don't know, grab the attention by shooting the ground. I'm not sure what Superman is doing there. Or he's trying to make a hole so he can hide in it.
Oh.
Like a Joe will make a hole in his body with that nade and Vikings is down.
I don't even understand what he was doing, but okay, he must have a reason for it. I mean, he should be pointing that gun to his enemies, but yeah, he's just pointing it in the air, probably the ground. I don't know, maybe he's also having some sort of technical difficulties. We don't exactly know. But anyway, we already have, again, another team that just got eliminated. That would be Sem9, bagging only 1 elimination point here, so that's not exactly how you want to start games here. But coming off the kill feed, it's Talon Esports as well, losing some players. And then we got on the screen here, Example doing a massive spray up against an enemy here who's just trying to pass by. But unfortunately, man, he was able to tag him, and they escaped with their lives. I think those are the boys coming from Southern DG Alliance, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yes. Now on the elimination feed, yeah, that was them. One down, waiting for the other members to show up. Olio eliminated by Levi's. Okay. It's getting busy across the map. Southcom DG Alliance out at number 13, no points collected. As for Team Seeker, here comes Zin. He wants to collect his elimination point. Underneath the bridge, my friend. Underneath the bridge.
Okay, so Tribe Air Macy right now going up against RQ. We got Ayok already on the ground here, but that is, of course, coming from Talon Esports from the kill feed. No confirmation coming through just yet, so I feel like he is down and wounded. Lamborghini, however, just got shut down by No Fear of Horror Esports. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that they were able to shut down at least one player from the Savior, that could pave the way for them to get to the top here and finish off the job here. But Sleepy needs to find another angle that could best work for the team here. Again, they do need to shut down one more before they could even charge.
Oh, but look at the circle. Moved away from the Gatka Mountain. Now the Gatka Mountain is no longer valuable. These area, they lost a couple of players to the hands of Horror Esports. Horror Esports might as well finish up the job at this point. But Parajin won't make it easy for them. Sleepy will be gone down. Now Parajin is the only player left as his teammate will be finished off as well. Now they're looking for Parajin. They know that he's behind their vehicle. Sky lobbing this nade. Should land onto Parajin, but Parajin moved away.
Oh, this is going to be crucial for the side of Horror Esports just because of the fact that, okay, 3 players already knocked down on the ground here. Patagin already made a move, trying to get closer, okay? Supreme already got knocked down as well, but this is a 1v1 situation, trying to dance it off. Who's going to get served? Ooh, it was Patagin, ladies and gents. Sky, again, the knight in shining armor. Horror Esports survives, and the best part is that they get to still be complete up until the latter stages of this match.
Yeah, and still, so far, what they have collected is 5 eliminations. So that's still pretty nice. Wow, the most eliminations collected so far. As for DRS, a team that needs a lot of points on the board to get out of page number 2. On the outside of the circle, they see teams rotating past the Gatka Mountain. So they have an idea that, okay, a lot of teams are on the right side. Maybe if you want to play a bit safer, we can rotate to the left.
Okay, what I'm seeing right now is the possibility of Tribe Aeromasi going up against FaZe because they're close to each other. Both of the teams here are holding on to a compound, but I don't see Tribe Aeromasi pushing for now just because of the fact that they are outnumbered by FaZe, and I feel like FaZe they've already positioned themselves better compared to Tribe Aeromasi. So to actually push forward now could be not good on the side of Tribe Aeromasi. But let's see what's going to happen because we've got some teams coming from Gatka, of course. That would be DRS and Horror Esports. And I feel like over to the east side, southeast side, there will be a lot of fights. It's definitely going to happen here because BT are also standing guard over to the south side and might have an altercation with DRS.
Yeah, and BTR, they are found by those teams. Not forcing their fight yet. DRS passing by, trying to get into the circle. They don't necessarily need to focus on the BTR to get in. But BTR don't need to focus as well. They can let example go because there's a bigger team to focus, and that's Horror Esports from the Gatka Mountain. That the moment they come down, if they choose to come down the DRS side, then they will surely take that fight. But it seems like Horror Esports, no, they're going to move the other way. Now BTR is going to try to take advantage of this situation and try to collect that point onto example.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a bloodfest just because of the fact that we do have three teams here trying to have a trade-off. But I feel like DRS is not in the best of spots just because they are actually in between BTR and Horror Esports. And now that the circle already shifted, oh man, this fight will now have to push through. Let's just see which of these three teams are actually going to step into the circle while Delta back to his point. No Fear already gone, and then Delta, of course, trying to go for that second piece of kill. And yes, he was able to bag it, but unfortunately, he gets tagged as well.
And Sleepy finishes off Delta. And for the rest of DRS, Jante and Example, it's going to be hard for them to move forward. Circle doesn't favor them. BTR is still onto them. Jante sends a nade onto BTR, but a little bit too short. BTR, they're cooking their own nade as well. Look at Federalis and his nade. If they can get this knot, they surely charge forward to finish off that elimination point. Now GK as Horror Esports. Razy comes in, and that is the end of Jante.
Oh man, okay. Now we love what is happening on the screen here just because we only have 9 teams remaining, and just like that, ladies and gents, Horror Esports, I think, also got eliminated. That's a confirmation coming through. But Bigatron, okay. They seem to be doing well. FaZe Clan already managed to book 3 points in the pocket with that Team Secret coming from the east side. DRS also got eliminated, which brings us down to just 8 teams remaining over here. And I do hear a lot of gunshots from the surrounding place, and I feel like, yeah, it's Vampire Esports right now going up against Bigatron by Vitality. And this is not looking too good for the side of Bigatron just because of the fact that 2 of the players actually cooped up inside that shack.
Yeah, and if they can send 1 nade across, then it will be good enough. But instead, Onzens knocks down Malabik. Federalis is still there together with him. And now they're sending nades across. This could be a big one here. First nade exploded. Federalis is still fine, but Malabik is still bleeding out. Tony K cooks his nade together with Onzens. And that is it for BTR, the 2 players out to the hands of Vampire.
I mean, it was a pretty obvious outcome just because of their position, but it's okay. I mean, this is just the first match this evening. Plenty more chances that they could make up for those lost points. But anyway, 7 teams remaining here, and Vampire Esports taking their sweet time. Yeah, they're not getting into any engagements whatsoever. Probably going for zone control since they are the only teams down south, and most of the teams already up there. We got RQ, FaZe, Tribe Aeromasi, Boing Donkey, Team Secret, and even Cast, you know, coming from Champions Esports, the last remaining player here. Okay, I was about to say that his position might not be compromised just yet, but GK here, man, I think he smelled blood, and now he's hunting down this last player from Champions. Oh!
Yeah, that's it. The final blow came from Trangzin, eliminating him. And Team Secret, 10 elimination points so far with GK, netting 5 for himself. And now Trangzin is looking for his next elimination. But the next team is no pushover, Vampire Esports.
Okay, I thought they're gonna get, you know, like maybe wait up until, you know, the other teams decide to go at it, but I feel like Vampire Esports cannot wait any longer, and just in time because the zone already shifted once more and it had favored the north side, so it only makes sense that they're going to challenge up the boys of Team Secret here. Right now we are looking at Vampires. They do have that high ground. It's a potato hill, yes, but you always have to make all the advantages work to your side, and that's exactly what we are seeing coming from Vampire Esports. Now we got Trang already down on the ground here, which is of course puts Team Secret in a world of danger here. We got Frankie cooking up a nade here, but can he shut down even at least one from Vampire?
Well, Vampire, they are still a 4-man strong squad, and they have the high ground advantage against Team Secret. Ooh, Tony K takes a lot of damage. Now try to heal up, but from the side, Frankie managed to get Schweppes. Schweppes, he wanted to try a cheeky one, but fouled out by Frankie. Now Frankie, 10% of health left. He has to heal up himself.
All right, here we go. Trang, Lepar. Man, kill feed already starting to light up here, ladies and gents. It's a domination coming from FaZe, bagging 5 LMs right now. It's going to be tough. We still cannot really pinpoint, out of these 5 teams, just who is going to bag the winner chicken dinner. Right now, as we speak, we got Schweppes down on the ground. I don't think a pickup is still going to happen, or is it still going to happen? I think it already happened. But if we're going to be looking at the charts here, it's actually FaZe Clan who has the biggest chance of scoring the first chickener, just because of the fact that perhaps they are holding on to a compound. But I can pretty much say the same thing to Void Donkey.
Well, if it's FaZe Clan, then it's great, because before we started this round, they were at number 16. So that will give us another sign that the rise of the page 2 teams is on the way. Now, speaking about FaZe Clan, McCarry's will be knocked out by the Peko. RRQ tries to defend their ground, but FaZe Clan, they're charging in. Dewey, direction. Tony K still put the focus onto Team Secret. Frankie will be naded down by Schweppes. Only GK left within the smoke, 50% of health.
Frankie 007, man, it's not working out for him, obviously. He might be an agent, but right now he is facing the ground. Vampire Esports, man, literally obliterating everyone. They already managed to bag 9 points for themselves. I think we got Schweppes over here bagging most of the kills. We got Newsy popping off some smokes here, getting ready perhaps to maybe challenge some of the boys of RQ. We don't exactly know just yet, but I can see it's Void Donkey right now having the trade-off with RQ.
Okay, the Peko now cooking up his nades. Who's at the side? Okay, okay. That's one there. What a name by the Peko! Nice 3-pointer on the Gacho to finish him off. And now, top 4 teams still. FaZe Clan still full squad. Vampire Esports full squad as well. But for Void Donkey, only Razak left. He will be still in this game to hold on for positioning points. RRQ, they're no longer putting too much attention onto him. They're planning their next move.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that RQ already knows that they have the advantage. They have the leverage up against Void Donkey, but somehow they're not leaving the compound just yet. But perhaps, because of the fact that they can see FaZe Clan from that side of the mountain right there. But then again, FaZe Clan is, busy dealing with Vampire Esports, but then we do understand the hesitation coming from RQ, and there you go. The moment Genfuzz actually stepped inside the zone, that was already his demise. So we do have one more player from RQ, that will be Peko, and one more player coming from Void Donkey, that will be Razak. So I feel like both of the players here are just going to focus on longevity.
Macarius is healed up, and Tony K probably thinking of flanking him. Macarius has to get away. He's probably surrounded right now. And Vampire Esports, they're still not letting go of FaZe Clan. Red Bull is inside of hospital, but inside hospital is not within the circle. Now FaZe Clan will take advantage of picking up this high ground since Vampire Esports, they abandoned it.
Okay, here we go. The fight continues on, ladies and gents, and Peko, that's confirmation coming through. RQ just got eliminated here, which brings us down, of course, to just 3 teams remaining. It's a 4v4 between FaZe and Vampires, of course, but Razak coming in from behind Shopper. So do you think that maybe Razak can maybe do a backstab here up against Chopper, but let's see. I mean, Chopper already facing towards his direction, so I'm pretty sure that they've already gotten a whiff of that situation. Chopper trying to get close with a buggy, trying to pick up some information as to where Razak is exactly, but now I think he was already spotted him, or he already spotted him, and now with that attack, with using an S12K, he was able to bag the point. Void Donkey got eliminated at 3rd place.
Now, it's between Vampire Esports and FaZe Clan. And all Thailand finale. 4v4. 50-50. Both teams in the circle. We still have stage number 8. Keep your eye off the circle in about 20 more seconds. FaZe Clan on the other end. While Vampire Esports, they have a bit of elevation to play with. And FaZe Clan, they are not near enough. They have to close the gap if they want to take a frontal approach fight against Vampire.
Okay, here we go. Both of the teams are cooking up their own nades, or maybe it's just Vampire Schweppes. Okay, he kind of switched. We got Red Bull keeping a close eye onto Newsy. Okay, this is I can say a good angle for Red Bull. I mean, if you can hold on to multiple angles, then I guess you already have the advantage against your opposition. But Tony K on prone, like a snake here. Can he bite? Can he, of course, go for a sneaky attack here up against FaZe?
And he go for the Viper Strike.
Yeah.
Still snaking. Both sides, they have an idea of where each other is at. In fact, FaZe Clan right now, at least one player is on the outside of the circle that needs to move in. And that also means that he'll further expose himself. Onzens is driving behind. Is he thinking of something creative? Maybe to flank a member of FaZe Clan? Maybe Dewey?
Yeah, that could be the case. Again, it's not just about the mechanical skills here. It's also about outsmarting your opponents. And right now, it's a standoff. I mean, we still are in stage 8. Probably these teams would love to, like, maybe get into stage 9 just to really maximize the placement points. Nobody's moving forward. I mean, yeah, we can see some smokes getting popped off, but I think, you know, what we can see from the teams here is that they're kind of reserved.
Yeah, exactly. But both teams actually on PM2. FaZe Clan is even further down the corner. So if any team will face or feel the pressure, it's definitely going to be FaZe Clan because they don't want to be that at the end. Now, you are at the very end. We are at the very end of our circle. This is stage 9 closing officially. First team will be FaZe Clan, so pressure is onto them to move forward.
Yep, and also the Blue Reapers kind of like already being impatient now, like, okay, I'm gonna move and devour you both if you guys are not gonna fight. But anyway, here comes Schweppes cooking up a nade here. Could potentially shut down Dewey and Chopper, you know, at this kind of proximity. And there you go, Schweppes with that nade, and Chopper automatically goes down. And now Vampire Esports obviously does have the advantage up against FaZe. Let's see what's going to happen next. Can FaZe still counter? No, sir. Dewey again caught a nade to the face here. And Vampire Esports continues to dominate with those great eliminations.
Oh, on the rampage right now is Vampire Esports 10 eliminations. Here comes Red Bull. Red Bull will get one, but from behind, Red Bull shot by the final player of Vampire Esports. And Vampire Esports will open their account today.
Well, it's about time. You know, I have been waiting for Vampire Esports to step up into this competition. And it's a nice thing that come day number 2 of the grand finals, we are now seeing an explosive performance coming from Tony K and the crew. This is the first chicken dinner for them, right?
Yeah, in the grand finals.
Yes.
First for Vampire Esports. What a game this is. At absolute control of teams and also the circle. I would say that this is a very tactical approach deployed by Vampire Esports to lock in the chicken dinner. They want the rights in power grid.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Maybe they're risking it all. Maybe they are really testing whether or not they could be at par with some of the biggest names here in this lobby. But okay, man, I feel like, yeah, they might be winning the fight because we already have 3 players on the ground here coming from the side of Bigatron by Vitality. So Tribear Macy must be doing great. XYZ right now with a shotgun at hand, looking for the right moment to shut down his opponent as well. But he completely missed that one. Kent, confirmation coming through as well. XYZ still trying to find an angle here, but Malak Big, yes, closer than ever. And just like that, okay, it's a pretty fast fight between them. BT, our first team to take the boot of Miramar.
Well, another early dinner for BTR. Oh, what's that?
He danced. He just did a victory dance.
Oh, okay. I'm too old for that, like what's
My back beat cracking.
yeah, I'll be like, ouch. Yeah, that's me. That's why I couldn't relate.
Oh man, okay. So far so good for Tribe RMAC, but okay, given the situation from the north side, RQ, DRS, or Esports, they're so close with each other here, so I do wonder if they're gonna have an altercation. FaZe Clan, yeah, they are over at Torre Ahumada. But since the circle is still big at this point, since we're just at stage 1 here, so perhaps teams would be focusing their energy more on just looting and preparing themselves, getting all the attachments, and maybe gather information as to how they will do their rotations, coming in to stage 2.
Yeah, since it's a big map and the circle is kind of nice as well, so this is where we'll see a lot of natural chill time because everybody wants to focus on okay, I just want to get to my prime position in this circle. We'll talk about fights later on. If we don't need to, we can avoid it because it's all about getting into key positions like high grounds, for example. Like here, there's a lot of high ground around the area of power grid in this circle that I would expect a lot of teams would want to occupy that.
Well, when it comes to Miramar, you do need to take advantage of those high grounds. I feel like that's detrimental, for any of the teams here. If you prefer to stay in the lower grounds, then that would be completely suicide, I can say, because you are pretty much just like sitting ducks, for other teams that would take the top spot here. But of course, it really depends on like how good you are and on point you are when it comes to rotations and maybe executing a plan. Like planning is just like 50%, and executing makes the half of it.
Wow, that's like a corporate advice.
On how to win sales. Okay, no, just kidding.
You can plan, but that's only 50%. But if you don't execute, you're not selling nothing. You're just sitting down, looking at your screen, planning. So just do it, people. Just do it. I wonder if people nowadays know that.
I sure do hope so. He's not that old. Come on, guys.
Well, or maybe it's not because he's that old or not, but because of the influx of so many other memes.
Yeah.
that people forget about.
Oh, I do have a question.
Okay.
Because we do have like a viral thing going on, in the entertainment area. There was this person who auditioned for a noontime show here in the Philippines, and he is he does look like Taylor Lautner, the one who played Jacob in Twilight. And when he auditioned, he played a role, and he started saying, "What happened, Villa? Vampire, right?" So
what?
Did that ever come across your feed? Not yet.
I'm not a doom scrolling guy.
Oh, come on.
Just saying. Like, that's why everyone talks about like, oh, have you watched this new trailer? That I don't scroll. I
don't doom scroll. I just roll. That's Sir Cloud for you.
I might scroll, but I don't doom scroll. So prior to Contemporary believe that yes, I am on those platforms. I create on it, but that's why I don't know when most people say, "Hey, you checked out this meme?" Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be someone showing me. Then I'll be like, "Oh, okay." Then I've seen that one. Yeah.
So I guess you already know, guys, why Sir Cloud is stuck with just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Correct. I'm in that era still. I need help.
Okay, let's check if there will be other teams that would be needing help at this moment. So far, everyone is busy with the rotations. Okay, but speaking of influx, there will be a lot of teams that will be coming from the northern side, and I'm really guessing whether or not DRS and Team Secret and even Alter Ego Airs will have some sort of discussion over to the north side of the zone.
Oh, but Nepeko found Lamborghini having a discussion under the tree. KISS. Oh, never mind.
NG.
Well, it's not really under a tree, but it's under the hill. And he's waiting for someone to come and KI. Yeah, but I don't think he will be able to be kissed and turned into a prince. So Winnebago is just guarding him.
Okay, but he doesn't kiss and tell. No, just kidding. But anyway, okay, Lamborghini is such in a peculiar spot here at the foot of the mountain. Okay, but okay, I think he can still get picked up by his teammate here. Okay, no problem. But they need to watch out for. Okay, another player from RQ here trying to find an angle. That is a pretty close one, but it's a good thing that Gen Foz is getting some damage coming from the teammate. That only goes to show that the communication has been effective for the side of the Saver, but I think Lamborghini had already been taken out.
Still bleeding though, but I think he's as good as gone. Oh yeah, he's out. Okay. And Paragin is the next one to fall. So RRQ signaling to move forward, looking for the other members of the Saver. We have Nate here spraying down on the Lapa, giving away his position at the same time. And he has to back off. He has to prepare for this fight. And here's RRQ charging onto him. His other teammate on the other side, opening up the space for the Peko. Right now. But at the same time, Vikings in a fight.
Okay, Champions Esports in a flash just got eliminated. We got D Savior taking in some wrath coming from RQ, and that was a confirmation as well. D Savior out of the game. We'll see them tomorrow again, ladies and gents. And Vikings, okay, sealing the deal, getting some points done for themselves as well. Champions is still alive though. We still got one more play to go, I believe, and that would be Kino. Okay, maybe two more players.
So where are they? Okay, they're not in this fight. Okay, we'll find out later, I believe, because now we shift to Trapper Messi, just right below RRQ, around the area of Monte Nuevo. Oh, the Vikings. All right, the moment we switch back onto them, that's going to be Bauja eliminated. But Champions Esports, they're not totally out yet. They are still somewhere across the map.
And FaZe, okay. Because we got two teams stacking the blue. That would be Void Donkey and FaZe Clan. Void Donkey coming from the south and FaZe coming from the north. Tribe Air may see a spectacular win moments ago up against BTR, winning the drop clash. So they're doing great. They're now in the middle of the map here. And, when you actually consider the drop in the middle of the map, that only goes to show how confident you are when it comes to your skills here in a PUBG. And Tribe Aeromasi have proven themselves time and again that, they are also like a team that is a force to be reckoned with. The fact that they were able to secure a slot in the PMSL, that is already a testament to what they can bring in the battlefield. But as for Champions Esports, again, we're going to see them tomorrow because, they just got eliminated from the game.
Yeah, so they're out, too bad. But of course, tomorrow is another day for them. But for today, these guys really taking their time. They are rotating for the northern side and they're very, very spread out. But at least the circle is not like a hardship circle down south. just on the outside of El Pozo. So it's still okay for FaZe Clan. There's a likelihood that by the time they arrive at the border, Alter Ego might have moved, and that's where FaZe Clan could have an entry point. But they have to make sure that they do the scouting work well.
Well, it's definitely going to be a challenge because that, I mean, they can have a face-off with Alter Ego Ares, that is for sure. Now, Delta just did a massive spray there, and of course that is a declaration of war that we are ready to fight. But the question is Celcom DG Alliance will be taking the bait. But there is a pressure though for the side of DRS just because they're the team that will be coming from the outskirts. So Celcom DG Alliance is just standing guard from the east side and probably will do a gatekeeping situation here up against any teams that would head towards that entry point. And of course the closest team that could do that would be DRS.
RRQ in front of them. Empire Esports. So many teams here. Everyone wants to occupy the high ground. Okay, who's taking the first shot? It's Team Secret onto RRQ. But at least they have a distance, so they can afford to take those shots. That's fine. But for the circle, okay, Team Secret's in the circle. They can still hold this. They can wait for the commotion to happen before going in. They're not in a hurry right now because if they want to rush in, then they might be caught up by other teams. Plus, if they rush in, RRQ can shoot them straight. So yeah, you'd want to wait for that commotion to happen before Team Secret comes in, and it might happen now with the presence of Celcom DG Alliance.
Here we go. K-Look, okay, wasn't able to pull out his weapon, wasn't able to defend himself. He just got knocked down on the floor in an instant. Leon as well, biting off the bullet. Oleo, Kasim, it's up to them to save the team. But Peko right now is just making sure that, you know, he is definitely going to bag the points. But RQ, pretty strong for stage 3 here. Feeling confident, of course, to eliminate any team that would come along their way. Example, coming off the kill feed, has been knocked down.
Example, okay. But he's not out yet. DRS still trying to save him. But Rosemary, okay, the rest of Alter Ego, looks like they want to take this fight. They want to wait any longer. And Rosemary, he also sees other teams on the other side, so he's managing a few things at the same time. Alright, Esports, yeah, they're fine. Look at their position in the circle with that high ground, they're okay. But with that fate change, now that we are heading on to our next stage of the circle, a lot of teams on the right side, and that's where the circle will go.
And now DRS will have to deal with Alter Ego Ares. Okay, what a turn of events. Okay, here we go. So Alter Ego Ares trying to keep a close eye onto DRS, but Alva, despite holding onto a great vantage point, he got shut down by DRS with an effective counter. Rosemary's cooking up the nade here. He could potentially shut down his property DRS, but unfortunately, he completely missed his target. Now, Killer YT is doing a massive spray up against another player coming from Alter Ego Ares, but ooh, he was able to dodge the attack.
Oh, if that nade was cooked to perfection, then Gente would have been knocked down, but yeah, that was very lucky of him. Enrigante got Alva. Now here comes the rest of Alter Ego. Krypton is at the side. He can be the flanker. Alter Ego 2 players, Daybot and Rosemary now on the high ground against DRS. How are they going to escape this? Alter Ego have them enclosed.
Killer YT down on the ground here, and obviously Alter Ego is just making great bullets here, and DRS is just like receiving a lot of damage. And not just that, Sir Cloud, we also have the Blue Reaper joining the fight here, so there's double pressure onto the side of both of the teams here. Alter Ego Air Team DRS still not giving up in this situation, but you know what? DRS was able to take hold of an escape vehicle here.
Team Secret, now they got the circle. Time to go forward, but they have to deal with RRQ. Okay, this is the moment. This is the moment where they have to go forward. Here we go. All right. Dewey gets Sky from Hora Esports. And FaZe Clan now coming in to collect their point. They will be opening their account against Sky, unless the rest of Hora Esports can come to save him, but they're nowhere inside. I guess they're going to let this one go.
Yeah, I think so too. Sleepy is actually busy with Red Bull, so I don't think he's gonna come forward. And as for the other two members of Hora Esports, they are standing close over to the north side and just keeping a close eye to other teams that might decide to go for an attack. And that is a confirmation coming through once again. Sky is already out of the game, so we're looking at 3 more members. But perhaps we could see Hora Esports avenge Sky at this point because they're so close right now to a phase, and they could even like sandwich phase clan in between because DRS is also coming from behind.
Oh, Typhoon with the nade. Up to the high ground. Will it land onto RRQ? They need to find an opening against RRQ right now. And they're doing the scouting work. GK, scout it. He has information. Cooking up his own nade. Sends it across onto RRQ. Bam. We're not connecting onto anyone. RRQ is still alright. They're well spread out right now. Typhoon with another nade. GenForce with a nade of his own as well. Also cooking it up. Let's see who will get the first stock here. So far, not yet.
Yep, both of the teams was able to give off a little damage, but not completely shutting down anyone just yet. The fight continues on with those trade-offs, with a back-and-forth trade here. We can see RQ's cooking up another nadia. Let's see if it's going to be good this time. But Typhoon, okay, it's a good thing that he was able to heal up as fast as he could, but oh, GK, that was on point.
Okay. At the same time, the circle looks like it shifted in the favor of RRQ and Team Secret. But we shift over our fight now to FaZe Clan against DRS. Chewy dancing around 50% of health, trying to get his target. He will get one. Delta goes down to the ground with the M249, looking for Example now on the other side. Example still with a high ground, but he's not putting focus on the Chewy. It is Canary from the side to finish them off. DRS falls to the hands of FaZe Clan.
All right, here we go. Round 2. RQ now facing off with Team Secret. And we can see a lot of smokes being popped off, okay, to provide a little cover for the side of RQ. They are now ready for Team Secret to step into their line of sight here, and definitely they will retaliate. By Team Secret, they are showing signs of hesitation here, but we do understand why, because they will be coming from down below and they don't have that kind of advantage up against RQ. But here we go, Team Secret getting some damage now with that spray, but the first one to be taken down would be Lapar, or Peko rather.
Peko is the one to go down. Lapar still together with him. The Team Secret, they're not truly charging yet. They're waiting to get Lapar, hoping to find an angle. But RQ to fire back. Asa deals damage to GK, knocking him down. Jumps in, still alive together with Typhoon, will be at the forefront. Asa tries to hit his target, but not able to. So difficult with this sort of terrain.
You must really be familiar on Mitamar's curvy lines here. Yeah. Now, GenForce, ooh, great attack there, great response against the Secret. Now, Typhoon, he's still trying to find an angle here. He does know exactly where GenForce is, but okay, I think it was done. Yeah, GenForce already out of the game. It's a total domination being shown by FaZe Clan with 5 elimination points in the bag here. Coming off the kill feed, though, it's Nerpeko getting, of course, the can here and being sent back to the lobby. And now we're looking at 9 teams remaining. RQ eliminated, though, with 5 points in the bag.
Here we have Hora Esports. They're looking for their own points against Point Donkey. Into the building, looking for the remaining members of Point Donkey, and they found it. Oh wait, it's Gato actually getting sleepy, finishing him off. Now only Supreme left for Hora Esports. With the nade, aiming onto the second floor, we do have Talent Esports joining into the party as well. Gato will finish off Supreme. Hora Esports out at number 9, 1 elimination point, but they cannot chill yet because here comes Talent.
Yep, and again, Talent must have an extra coin here. They're the new challengers. Okay, up against Voindonkey. Man, they don't have the firepower at the moment, so they're getting flushed out by Talent Esports. Obviously, Gakor already down on the ground, on prone. Kikip here, trying to find an opportunity to shut down the opposition. And now he moves in with a DPS, trying to find his way upstairs. And now he could go for the choke point. But let's see if he can shut down at least 2 players coming from Talent Esports. He just lost that opportunity. Now grabs back his DPS, but continues to fight on up against Voindonkey. 1v4. Oh, he went down. Just like that, he got eliminated. Void Donkey out of the game.
And now we are in our top 6 circle in the center. The two teams that do not have the circle right now is Talon and Sam9 on the outside. But on the inside, Baseland, Triper Messi. Oh man, the fight around this area still continues now. Baseland has their hands full with Triper Messi. But let's not also forget about the team in the middle who's monitoring the situation. They put themselves in an awkward position. They could be punished from afar.
Okay, here we go. Let's check out what is happening with the Faceland and Tribe Macy here. Marcat is now trying to make a move here. He's trying to dance it off with a little shimmy and a jiggle up against Tribe Macy. But one good peek though coming from Tribe and was able to get that point. So that was spectacularly done by Tribe Macy, which puts FaZe Clan in a world of trouble because we're looking at the last 2 members. Obviously, Dewey cooking up a nade here, but not finding his target just yet. It is not connecting at all.
Dewey healing up, preparing for the next fight, while Canary has this nade. Sends it across onto XZY, but looks like it will not connect at all. And FaZe Clan, they still continue to hold on. And this fight around this area is so long, involving different teams. But Triper Messi, they have the numbers. Okay, they have to bring Rick together with, or maybe not. Rick is actually on the inner side, so he will be the marker for the team. If they need to bail this one, they just follow at where Rick is at.
Okay, we got Sam9 getting shot at by Juvie. Not giving up on this. Okay, all right. Because he was relentless, he was able to find his target, but from behind. Tribe Macy said hello and eliminated FaZe with only 7 points in the bag, which puts us down to just 5 teams remaining for stage 6.
By all the 5 teams, 3 of them full squad. Talent, Vampire Esports, Tribe Messi. And then you have Sam9 with 3 players, Secom DG Alliance with 2. Man, this is going to be a tight one. Really unsure who's going to get this chicken dinner with this current situation. The numbers, the terrain, it's so unpredictable now. Sam9, 3 players looking over at Vampire Esports. And Vampire, they have the most comfortable position now with this compound. As long as they get the circle, they stand a very good chance.
They do. I mean, even if Sam9 actually decides to crush this compound, I think that would also, like, Tribe Macy, for Tribe Macy, they would see it as an opportunity to do a backstab as well. So it's not really like a good thing for Sam9 to crash the compound for now. But anyway, Talent Esports has been receiving a lot of damage. Okay, one of them currently knocked down on the ground here. Ovio is not joining into any trade-offs that's been happening from inside the battlefield. We're looking at Newsy. He is trying to scope down some players across the field here, but another confirmation coming through from Talent Esports, getting knocked down on the ground here. So Cloud Vampire Esports with only 2 points in the bag, but potentially with this kind of advantage up against the remaining teams, then they could assume a lot of points.
But Onzi's got Trexy. No follow-up yet from Den. That means he can still be revived. Or maybe not. He has been eliminated. So Sam9 now only 2 players. Now stage 7. Still a lot of players on the outside, but also a lot of players on the inside as well. Of course, the most comfortable one, Vampire Esports, they still have that circle. They don't really need to do much. Just hold on to this compound. Just make sure that people don't infiltrate it, and then they'll be absolutely fine. Who's going to infiltrate them? Nobody. This compound is well protected. Sam9 can't do it. Tribe Messi? Maybe. But even that's the risk. If they run directly to the compound, they're in the line of sight for Vampire Esports.
Yes, exactly. And even Talon right now. But since, you know, that Vampire Esports is holding onto a prime location, maybe Sam9, Tribe Macy, and even Talon Esports could just, like, maybe attack Vampire Esports altogether. Then that could weaken their defense.
Here comes straight from the top. Putting pressure back onto Talon. Boy, chill. Help by Schweppes. Talon, they need to hike up. But they managed to get into the circle, so they are fine for now. They can think about hiking up later on. But Tribe Messi will not allow them to have that comfort. But again, because of this terrain, so hard to get a good line of sight. As Vampire Esports also looking at Talon, basically 2 different teams scoping down the Talon.
Everyone wants a piece of this compound, obviously. And Vampire Esports managing 3 teams here. And again, it's Sem9, Tribe, and Talon. And Olio is unbothered for now. I'm not going to join into the fight. I'm just going to let you guys go for a brawl before I join you. I'm going to make sure that everyone is at their most vulnerable state. But anyway, Tribe Ermacy still trying to make things happen by challenging up the boys of Sem9 for now. Mika just caught a nade, and now he's moving out there in the open. I don't think there will be a chance for him to get picked up at this point. And look at that. The circle continues to favor Vampire Esports.
Oh, absolutely. What luck. Vampire Esports still gets the circle now. Now it's about them defending the ground against Tribe Ermacy. Tribe Ermacy, they also have to be aware of the presence of Sem9 that's still around the corner. Vampire Esports, all they need to do is focus onto them. Well, Talon is a bonus, and Traps will get Exo. Can they secure that elimination point? Now will be the other question. But it will be a bonus if they can. Okay, Exo taking damage. He's almost bleeding out. Who will get that point? Onzens switches over. But Exo, point given to Onzens. Vampire with that, dominating 5 eliminations.
Tribe now working with 9. Okay, they're evenly spread out all over the zone here. I think they've gotten some sort of information that Leo is still outside of the zone here. But there you go. Leo made a move and was able to get one from Tribe Ermacy. And now position had already been compromised here. Leo will definitely defend himself. And this is going to be a 1v1 dance up against XYZ. And Shreps as well was able to defend a compound. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Omzen spraying down the Talon. How are they going to get out of this tricky situation? At least they're currently in the circle. But Tony K will get Ayo. Talon left with 1 active player at the same time. Southcom DJ Alliance out at number 4. 1 elimination point collected this round by them. Vampire Esports. Time for them to wrap things up. Now they switch their attention to Tribe Ermacy.
Okay, here's the situation. It's a 4v3v1. Okay, your best friend is still alive. Okay, but he's not making his presence felt. I mean, that would be the best tactic that you could go for, considering that you no longer have the firepower to deal with like a full squad here and 3 members. 3 members coming from Tribe Ermacy. But check it out. 10 elimination points now. Double-digit finish for Tribe Ermacy. They could potentially shut down still Vampire Esports, because Vampire, they need to let go of that compound. So they will have to expose themselves. But your best friend will definitely not having a good time here. Tony K has already set his eyes towards him. Let's see if he can take them down. Yep, their best friend already out of the game.
And now it's all in focus for Vampire Esports onto Tribe Ermacy. 3 players left, 4v3. Not impossible yet for Tribe Ermacy. We're at stage 9. Now the zone will start to put pressure. First the other tricks at the side. Shrubs gathering information. Shrubs gotta be careful there. Shrubs knocked out by tricks. Immediately finish off, equalizing the amount of players.
Okay. And this is the kind of play that we expect from Tribe. Okay, it's a 3v3. XYZ is trying to scope down Tony K. Same thing goes with Rig here. It's a 2-1 split for Tribe, approaching the situation up against the Vampires. Here comes now another nade from Tribe Ermacy, but no one is actually going for the hard push just yet. Trix is already getting damage, and Rig knocked down on the ground by Tony K.
Yes, one more that he's looking for is going to be XYZ. Behind that smoke, Newsy is charging forward as well, but Trix moving on down by the blue. Now 1 more to go. They want to finish things off. Newsy is pretty low. He does the Tony K together with him, dancing around with the double. And the Vampires wins the dance-off.
Vampire said, like, okay, bring it on. But yeah, Tribe, you just got served, baby. But anyway, that was it, you know. Final match here. Vampire